Hey, everybody, it's your favorite love guru, Greg, coming to you with the Art of Relationship show, going back at the 12 noon Eastern time start today, and going to be talking about, how many people out there have maybe yelled, screamed, begged, plead, I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy so you don't leave me. I'm going to give you some insights right after this, so don't go anywhere with the Art of Relationship show, okay? Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, this is going to be maybe a little bit of a quick show, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, how many people out there, and I'm going to go after it as far as looked at. You know what? You love somebody so much, your heart, your soul is there. It is just pumping and craving that person, and I'll do whatever it takes. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. I love you. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it. And they'll go on and on and on that you've been trying to beg somebody to be with you and you'll do whatever it takes to make them happy. Okay. So, number one, I want you to be able to look at why are you begging? Why are you pleading with that person? And what is the real? And I get, if we make mistakes, we're human. We make mistakes, or we want to tell somebody and express to somebody, I love you. I want you forever. I want you in my life. I adore you. I cherish you. I crave you. I'm okay with that, but never, ever beg and plead outside of that for somebody to be with you. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, and I posted this last week about how many people have been in this situation and have pleaded and begged someone to be with you, to stay with you, and you're miserable. Okay, you look at that's my point. How many people look at, I'll do anything to make you happy. Whatever it takes. I hear people in my office, Greg, I'll do whatever it takes to make him happy. I'll do whatever it takes, whatever it takes to make, her happy, to make him happy. I hear this probably on a weekly, if not every other day basis because of desperation. Now, desperation, is that about self love and self respect? Not necessarily, right? Like I said, I'm all about, I want you to express that you love somebody, you crave somebody, you desire somebody. However, I do not want you to sell yourself out. Do you love that person and you're expressing it? And do you still have your sense of self love and self respect intact? Okay. So this is a crucial element to be able to go after and to look at, hey, do I have, my self-respect intact, or did I lose it all? Is all my life all of a sudden becoming consumed with that other person, that it doesn't matter if I'm happy, it doesn't matter if I'm miserable, it's all about that other person. And that's where I'm coming at, as far as, what, please stay with me. I'll do whatever it takes. Okay. I do not want anybody to do whatever it takes when you start selling out your values, your beliefs of what you want and what is important to you in a relationship. Absolutely. Tell that person, I want you, I love you. I promote that, right? But there's a difference in that versus, what, begging and pleading and telling people to be able to go after and express that you're almost begging and pleading. You know what? Don't lose your self-respect. Okay. It sounds easy, right? Yeah, I'll never do that. And then you're in a situation, whatever it takes, because out of desperation. Desperation does not look attractive, number one. Plus, out of desperation, we start doing stuff that we ordinarily would not do, right? It's one of those situations. Do not ever, make a decision when you are down in the dumps, depraved, if you will, or that you're super excited, geeked up, happy, and then you're like, oh crap, what did I just do? Right? The next day. Don't be in a situation like that. Look at, is that person showing me the love that I want? And again, nothing that's perfect, but I also want you to look at, is it a one-way street? Are you doing everything in a relationship? And I did an episode on this maybe a few weeks ago, but this is a different take. I want you to be able to look at doing, showing that person you love them, desire, crave them. Absolutely. But going after, besides that, that you're doing stuff that you ordinarily wouldn't do. You know what? Oh, my partner wants a threesome. That's totally not me, but I don't want to lose that person. So I'm going to go ahead and do it or be okay with it. I don't want anybody to lie to themselves and to make believe that something is okay with you when it is not. Somebody wants a kid and the other one really doesn't want a kid. You get me? But I'll do whatever it takes to make them happy. And you're miserable. Not only that, when you are miserable, what's going to happen? There's going to be a twofold effect. Okay. It's just a matter of what happens first. Okay. First, when you start selling yourself out, typically it's just a matter of time where you're going to start resenting your partner and then you're going to resent yourself, or you're going to start resenting yourself first and then your partner. And I don't want to see that happen. I do not want to see that situation to be able to put in and go after that element that, you know what, I'm miserable, but I'll do whatever it takes because they're happy. And another aspect I want you to be able to go after is looking at, if that person is happy and okay, everything's great, they're getting everything they want, and you're miserable and they're okay with you being miserable, that's definitely a surefire sign that they don't care about you. They don't respect you. They don't really love you. It's all about what they can get from you, that they can use you, take you for granted, manipulate you. Do you get me? Is that the healthy relationship or marriage that you want to be in? For me personally, I can't speak about you, but for me, hell no, that's not the relationship I want to be in. And I want you to be able to look at, you know what, what's it take that I still love myself and I'm still getting all that stuff, even when we screw up. Okay. People, we're human. We might do stuff that might not be too nice. Okay. But I want you to own that and, you know, show remorse. Absolutely. But again, showing remorse does not mean you get to a point where you sell out your beliefs and that you're miserable for the rest of your life. That's a different element. Okay. There's a different element about, owning what you've done versus you deciding to be miserable for the rest of your life. Okay. So look at that situation. And if you ever said, I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy, I want you to look first and look at, oh, wait a minute. Before I say this, does this mean I'm going to be able to do a threesome, be a swinger, have an open relationship, be okay if I'm monogamous and my partner is not monogamous, just to make her or make him happy? Does that mean I am going to live somewhere where it's miserable for the rest of my life? Does this mean I give up a career that I'm passionate and I love about just to make somebody else happy? And this is what I talk about, the resentment down the road. It could be a month, it could be a year, 5 years down the road, but it's going to hit people. So I want you to be able to look at that. And, we give. I'm all about, being able to give and show our person we love and make sacrifices, right, for that person. But are you the one that's making sacrifices that cuts across your beliefs and your values? And that's where I want you to, sort of stop yourself before, you know what? I'll do anything it takes, except bam, 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 right? We all have boundaries. They're healthy. They're part of our self love and self respect that I talk about. So I want you to be able to go after, what causes us. And I know, what causes us. I'll do anything to make you happy. And then you walk away and say, wait a minute, do they even care I'm miserable? Or do they want to show me the love that I want as well? And again, it's not that right or wrong situation, not at all. It's going after what is happening to you, right? And how is your partner relate to you as well as you relating to your partner? Okay. So think about times maybe we did it when we're maybe in high school or early college, where we didn't have a great sense of ourself, or maybe we lack self-esteem, we lack confidence, and we're like, oh, don't leave me, please, I'll do anything. And then we look at that situation, it's like, oh my God, what was I thinking? What was I doing? And it's not, excuse me, and it's not that element about going after, what, that you felt bad about yourself. And maybe rightfully so. Maybe that is your gut instinct telling you, what are you doing? Wake up. You know what? You're worth more than that. You have to have that self-worth and self-respect. And it's ironic how you start taking a stand for yourself, that you are going to start liking yourself better. You're going to start commanding the respect and the love that you want, because you deserve it, right? And not allowing somebody, or allowing yourself, let's face it, allowing yourself to give everything up for somebody else, and you're miserable. We do it from time to time when somebody is sick, right? Somebody, our loved one, might be, have cancer, dying. I get all that, right? But I'm talking in the essence of who you are. You're healthy. There's no, chronic illness. There's no severe illness or terminal illness going on. We get that. We sacrifice for everybody. But I'm talking outside of those elements, that you define yourself and be okay with being miserable the rest of your life. I call this, and people might have heard this, about the martyr complex. There's so many people out there that they're happy being miserable. They're all about everybody else, no matter if they get berated, get disrespected, treated poorly, or even abusively. And they're okay with that because they like playing that martyr role. That's not a healthy situation. It's not a healthy sense of self to be in. So next time you think about telling your person, or a person, I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. Really? And you need to start looking at, what? I will do this, I'll do that, I'll do that to make you happy, to make you feel loved and cherished and respected, desired, craved. Absolutely. But however, I'm not going to agree to cross my personal boundaries. I'm not going to give up my personal values, what I feel is important. That is the essence of who I am, because I know it's just going to make me miserable. And down the road, we're going to make each other miserable. That's not a happy, healthy relationship, people. So, this is where I want you to be able to go after and think about that when you say, right? I'll do anything to make you happy. I want you to think again and reassess your train of thought, and reassess about what's going on in your heart and soul. And I get that. It's out of fear of losing that person. It's broken hearts are the worst. And I tell everybody that's why I do this, to try to heal those broken hearts and trauma. No one wants a broken heart, or it hurts. But what if you give yourself that broken heart by selling out what's important to you in your values and your belief systems to make you happy? Instead, you're miserable. Are you going to be okay with that? And if you are okay with that, maybe you and I need to have a little talk. Okay. So, again, you know what? Check out my website. Like I said, it's going to be a shortened show today. So, check out my website, theartofrelationships.org. And I'm going to have some new online live classes just like this, where you actually are going to be able to talk and interact with other people, myself. So please pay attention for those updates to come out. And again, peace and love to everybody out there. Happy Wednesday.